When it comes to high-voltage, action-packed, and most thrilling pickleball matches, two players take precedent over all others. They're none other than the world-class pickleball players Ben Johns and Tyson McGuffin. The elegant moves, superb techniques, and unique playing styles of these top pickleball athletes guarantee an intimidating and ruthless match whenever they come face-to-face on the ground. So what makes these two competitors so fierce and lethal? Let's find out in today's video. Pickleball has attracted a wonderful following, and the top pickleball players all have their own fan bases. Most fans are aspiring pickleball champions, as well as new pickleball players. Today we're going to focus on Ben Johns and Tyson McGuffin, who have been the world's #1 and 2 male pickleball players. Let's start with Tyson McGuffin first. During his high school years, Tyson McGuffin wrestled and played tennis. When he graduated, he decided to focus on tennis and become a coach. When one of his older students asked him to play pickleball, he said yes right away. The rest is history. After just 1 month of playing, he knew he had found his game. What's good? He did it well. McGuffin put away his tennis rackets, which was probably a loss for tennis, and focused on pickleball, which was a win for pickleball. After a month of playing, practicing, and learning the rules, he played in his first tournament in 2015. He was an instant hit with other pickleball players. He became well known in his sport by winning championship after championship. In 2017, he won his first major title. This first win came in 2017 at the USA Pickleball National Championships in Arizona. Some of his best pickleball games have been at the Mintos US Open, where he often faces Ben Johns. Both of them are trying to get the #1 ranking, one of McGuffin's biggest pickleball matches. This apparently occurred in 2019 at the Minto US Open. At the time, McGuffin was #2 and Johns was #1. The game was tough, but it was clear early on that the two players were different. McGuffin seemed to be full of energy and determination, while Johns was calmer and focused on strategy. Strategy, energy, and determination are all important, and the match itself was very tough. In the end, it seemed like McGuffin was the better athlete, even though Johns, who had saved his energy during the game, went all out at the end. One of the most important fights of Tyson McGuffin's career was won by him. He has kept playing and won money at tournaments, even though 2020 was a bad year for the sport because so many tournaments were canceled. He plays the game professionally now, coaches players of all ages and skill levels, and is a real role model and mentor in the game. Is Tyson McGuffin sponsored? At the moment, McGuffin is linked to the brand Silkirk Sport, which makes and designs pickleball gear. He likes their Enrique Ruiz signature Epic paddle best, but he has also used and liked the Maxima. He likes both of these, but especially the Maxima. He says that it's a good paddle for people who used to play tennis, especially because it's longer. Singles or doubles for McGuffin? McGuffin likes to play singles, and he says that tennis is the reason he's so good at it. He also likes how hard singles makes him work out. But he also likes doubles, which is how he was first introduced to the game. How often does McGuffin play? McGuffin said in an old interview that he plays between 5 and 8 hours of pickleball per day, but this is likely to include coaching. He likes coaching at all levels and says he loves introducing new people to the game and helping good players get to the next level. Pickleball is one of those sports with a racket and a ball that is growing the most quickly, and McGuffin loves it. He trains hard, works out, and always eats a good breakfast before a match. He loves the game and says he is totally hooked on it. He also says that the game has a great group of people who play it together and offers sports, competition, and a great social scene. Tyson McGuffin has a lot of fans on his website, TysonMcGuffin.com, as well as on Facebook and Instagram. McGuffin sends his fans and other pickleball players a newsletter every month, and he also puts on pickleball camps for players of all skill levels. So, how much money does Tyson McGuffin earn? It's hard to say how much McGuffin makes just from pickleball tournaments, but the best players make between $50,000 and $200,000 per year. They also get money from sponsors. McGuffin's sport is helped a lot by Selkirk Sports, which sponsors him. It is thought that top players get sponsorships worth more than $80,000 per year. Plus, McGuffin teaches pickleball, so it's safe to say he makes a good living. Pickleball players don't make nearly as much as the top tennis players because the sport doesn't, yet, have the same fan base or TV coverage. Pickleball pays men and women about the same, but you really have to be good, like Ben Johns and Tyson McGuffin, to make enough to live on. The singles finalists at the 2019 USA National Championships only got $2,500 if they won. So if you want to make a lot of money, you need to play in a lot of tournaments. You could also get a sponsor and make some extra money, probably as a pickleball coach. Now, let's move on to Ben Johns. Recent years, pickleball has become more popular, and the current best player in the world is from Montgomery County, Maryland. Ben Johns, who is 23 years old, has won more than 146,000 and has 50 titles from the Pro Pickleball Association. He said, "It's kind of like an unsolved sport. Everyone is still trying to figure out how to play best. The PPA ranks him as the best in the world. There are definitely a lot of strategic elements like putting the ball where you want it at the right time, choosing your shot, and all that, he said. Pickleball is played low to the ground because the court is small and the ball doesn't bounce very high. I love it because it's a sport that anyone can do, said Johns. Anybody can play. No matter how old you are, guys and girls are about the same. No matter how much or how little you know about the sports, everyone loves it and everyone can play. He said that one strategy that a lot of people use is to try to hit the other player by aiming the ball at them. It's called tagging, and it means they'll have less time to move out of the way. Johns goes to the University of Maryland to study material science when he's not playing pickleball. He used his skills to work with a company that makes paddles to make his own. It was hardest to balance school and pickleball, said Johns. Both are a lot of fun on their own, but when you do them together, you're almost always worried about things like, I have to finish this assignment, or I have a tournament coming up and I haven't practiced. So the hardest part is just managing your time. Johns plans to keep playing pro pickleball after he gets his degree. He also runs Pickleball Getaways, a travel company where people can book all-inclusive trips to go play the game. Professional pickleball tournaments like the ones Johns plays in are now shown on Fox Sports, the Tennis Channel, CBS Sports, and ESPN, among others. Pickleball seems to be everywhere in the United States, not just on TV. There are designer paddles in stores, pickleball-themed weddings, TikTok videos that go viral, weekly pickleball stories in national news outlets all over the country, and even pickleball-related charity work. Pickleball's popularity has gone through the roof in the United States. This is partly because it is a safe way to exercise that keeps you away from other people. It was first popular in retirement communities, where people liked it because it was a fun way to meet new people and get some exercise. But between 2018 and 2021, the number of people who joined USA Pickleball almost doubled, and the group now thinks that 4.8 million Americans play the sport. Most of this growth has happened outside of pickleball's traditional audience, from 2020 to 2021. The fastest rate of growth was among players under 24. This was because at the height of lockdown, portable pickleball nets sold out because people set up small courts in their driveways and gardens. Pickleball is also growing in other parts of the world, though not as quickly. Pickleball is getting closer to being an Olympic sport, and there are now 60 countries that are part of the International Federation of Pickleball. John said, I think it has a lot of potential, not just in the US, but all over the world, because it's a sport that anyone can play. I don't think it's caught on in other parts of the world nearly as much as it has in the US, but I think that wherever it starts, it will grow quickly, just like it has in the US. Once that happens in other places, I think it would be a great fit for the Olympics. You just can't speed up growth. So who is your favorite, Ben Johns or Tyson McGuffin? Tell us in the comments.